See, it's funny you should say that, because I had the exact same thought. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Hello Hugs, hello Pluvium, hello Circuit, hello. When the Puri stream, yeah, I was unfortunately very asleep earlier. So I didn't do my actual stream that I said was gonna be the actual stream that I was gonna come back to. But to be fair, I wasn't expecting to be outside for 16 hours on Wednesday. So I was a bit more tired than I had anticipated. I woke up at 4 AM. I left the house at 7. Travelled for 4 hours, spent an entire day outside, started heading back at 7, got back home at about 10:30, passed out. So yeah, it was a busy day. And I really should have taken that more into consideration, the fact that I haven't been outside like that since before COVID, I think. So, whoops. Teehee. hello murder chicken. Yeah, it was exhausting, but it was also a lot of fun. It was very cool. I can't really talk about details other than it was kind of a job interview, sort of. But yeah, it was good. Hello, Para. I'm sorry, you're not first. But yeah, no, it went very well. I'm very happy. I'm very happy with how Wednesday went. Even if it meant that I slept for 500 years today. Yesterday, whatever. Days are fake. Purity is finally enlisting? No. No, unfortunately, I wouldn't pass. I wouldn't pass the tests to enlist because I can't swim, and that is in the health tests, the fitness tests that they require you to do. No matter what, I'm proud of you getting the good job at Goth IHOP. Thanks. Thanks. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm doing. What sorts of sights did you see? I saw wild rabbits. I saw a lot of wild rabbits, actually. That was on my way back home. I saw a water fountain. I saw lots of people. Wait, that's not outside. I did see a lot of people, though. That was mostly at the train station, though. Yeah, that's... despite how much time I was like traveling, most of that was just spent like on a train. It was a nice walk though. I didn't get. The last time I went to this place, I nearly got run over by a cyclist, and I can happily report that this time I did not nearly get run over by a cyclist. So that is a great improvement. They don't make you swim in the US. People join the Navy with negative swim. That sounds dangerous. I feel like in the Navy, that's like the one place they should definitely have you be able to swim. But yeah, no, in the UK, you do need to be able to swim, at least to join the RAF, which is the only one that I ever thought about joining ever. Anyway, I'm not joining the army. Shut up, Para. My new dog almost. Oh Jesus, your new dog is a bit of a handful by the sounds of it. It's also not true. What, not having to be able to swim? Anyway, I do actually intend to read today, even though it is very tempting to sit down for the entire hour and get sidetracked. Teehee. I saw a dog attack a poo. What? Jesus Christ. You have to swim to join. Okay. I thought, honestly, it didn't make much sense not being able to. So, okay. I'll just say that you couldn't handle being in the army. Wow. Wow. I don't know. I could sit in a radio tower and tell people not to crash into the ground. I think. You don't understand, the instructors will just yell at you. Oh. So, I mean, So, you either sink or swim, huh? Could you eat an MRE? I mean, that's something... That's a good question. And I remember the last time I looked up MREs, they were more expensive than I want to try one day, just for the novelty of it. But the website I saw was I feel like it was more expensive than I was willing for a gimmick that I probably wouldn't actually end up being able to eat. So if you don't swim, you get kicked out. I mean, as you should really. If you can't swim in the Navy, you're kind of a little bit of a liability, I feel. They don't want, like, I feel like, you know, they don't want you to die. Like, that's not helpful. And then they have to arrange like the funeral and insurance and a lot of stuff. The Brits use the same MRE as the US. I don't think so. I feel like we have a specific. I mean, it's probably similar, but I don't know. How am I meant to know? How am I meant to know anything about MREs? I'm not any. Isn't that just Fluffy from One Piece? Luffy? Oh yeah, he can't swim, can he? They just want you to. Yeah. So you need to be able to swim, or else you might die while in service. And that's not what they want. Oh wait, I wanted to open up my Twitch so I can see my Twitch chat just in case anyone gets shadow banned by YouTube today, because YouTube is a very functional website. Oh, have you guys been hit with the new UI update? I heard a bunch of people complaining that the YouTube looks weird now, but you know, for me, touch wood, nothing has changed yet. It still looks normal to me. British ones have tea? Of course they do. Of course they do. Brits and their tea. The Great Battle of Say-So Hill. Yeah, I was the lone survivor. The only one to make it off that hill alive. Looks weird if I click on music video. Oh, is it? Okay, I didn't look at any music videos today. No, by the I think I saw screenshots where they put the chat on the right, like where the recommended videos are, and then the recommended videos like underneath? Okay, let's try what's a popular band that I can Fall Out Boy's popular. Fall Out Boy. Let's choose something from one of their official channels. Okay, no, it still looks normal to me. It still looks normal. Hasn't it always been like that? What, recommended underneath the video? No. No? No. Search up. I'm not doing that. Anyway. So yeah, YouTube hasn't changed for me yet. And I hope it doesn't, because everyone's been complaining about the changes, and I hate change too. That's what I've... What the hell? Wait, huh? Wow, you're living in the future. Skibidi is deep. I believe you. You know, I trust that Skibidi is probably the next generation's, like, Yogcast, Israfel? I can't remember what the name of that Minecraft series was. What is Yogscast exactly, you fucking zoomer. Yeah, so I will trust that maybe Skibidi has some narrative worth, but I will not be pursuing it. They were Let's Players. Yeah, Yogscast, but the Shadow of whatever the hell it was called was like a narrative. Can you sing Diggity? I could, but I won't. I never got into Yogscast because they were cringe. What's wrong with cringe? Everything is cringe. Liking things is cringe, but you do it anyway. Because you gotta be genuine and real. So true, Oomphy, thank you. Anyway. That's why I hate everything. God fucking damn it. Except purity. I don't know. I was lurking. You don't like post this cat when you least expect it? Huh? Huh? Unbelievable. Anyway. Who's doing the flush emote? Who's spamming the flush emote? Who's stop that. What are you doing? Anyway. I think being genuine and sincere is good. Full stop. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna read one chapter, and then I'm gonna get back to talking. It's not a new word, but it's entered everyone's vernacular recently, which is yapping. Everyone's like, oh yeah, they be yapping. And it just means talking. Although it kind of has like a negative connotation, but for some reason it's just in my brain now, and I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna be yapping. Yapping is a Zoomer term. It's also an old term. Yapping is, it's a retro term. People not said yap before the current era. My dad says yap all the time. Yeah, yap is an older term, but it's come back into circulation very recently. Yapping, aka Zatsu. Wow, censoring Westerners. Yeah, Westerners, you know, I refuse. Face the truth. Face the truth, para. Being used in specific. I don't know, I saw it outside of VTubing as well. I saw it in some other circles as well. Just generally on the internet. So I think it's making a comeback. I don't mind it. It's not a bad word. Anyway, I'm going to read. We are on chapter 2, part 2 of 1984. If you need to go get a drink, get some rest, get some food, please do feel free. I'm not redirecting at the end because I do not have the ability to do that. So if you need to sleep, you should not be woken up for any reason unless any particularly intense piano music is prone to wake you up. But other than that, we shall read. We'll see. I like lollygagging better. It's more fun to say. That doesn't mean the same thing though. It's a good word. It's a good word though. Now Winston yapped for 2 hours. Yeah, sorry. He's probably actually it's not a very long chapter. He won't be yapping that much. It's time for him to go commit a crime. Maybe. If you can't remember what happened last time, he met up with a girl, the girl that he thought had been following him, that he wanted to bash her head in with a rock. She approached him and dropped a little note in his hand saying, "I love you," and he immediately trusted her with his life and went to go hold her hand while watching prisoners of war be sent to prison. And now he is meeting her at a location outside of the city. Mentally stable icon. Yeah, I wouldn't. Debatable. But yeah, if there's any issues with the audio anytime, please let me know. And other than that, we shall begin, and I will respond to everything at the end of the chapter. Chapter 2. Winston picked his way up the lane through dappled light and shade, stepping out into pools of gold wherever the boughs parted. Under the trees to the left of him, the ground was misty with bluebells. The air seemed to kiss one's skin. It was the 2nd of May. From somewhere deeper in the heart of the wood came the droning of ringdoves. He was a bit early. There had been no difficulties about the journey, and the girl was so evidently experienced that he was less frightened than he would normally have been. Presumably, she could be trusted to find a safe place. In general, you could not assume that you were much safer in the country than in London. There were no telescreens, of course, but there was always the danger of concealed microphones by which your voice might be picked up and recognized. Besides, it was not easy to make a journey by yourself with attracting attention. For distances of less than 100 kilometers, it was not necessary to get your passport endorsed, but sometimes there were patrols hanging about the railway stations, who examined the papers of any party member they found there and asked awkward questions. However, no patrols had appeared. On the walk from the station, he had made sure by cautious backward glances that he was not being followed. The train was full of proles, in holiday mood because of the summery weather. The wooden-seated carriage in which he travelled was filled to overflowing by a single enormous family, ranging from a toothless great-grandmother to a month-old baby, going out to spend an afternoon with in-laws in the country, and, as they explained freely to Winston, to get hold of a little black market butter. The lane widened, and in a minute he came to the footpath she had told him of, a mere cattle track which plunged between the bushes. He had no watch, but it could not be 15 yet. The bluebells were so thick underfoot that it was impossible not to tread on them. He knelt down and began picking some, partly to pass the time away, but also from the vague idea that he would like to have a bunch of flowers to offer to the girl when they met. He had got together a big bunch, and was smelling their faint sickly scent, when a sound at his back froze him, the unmistakable crackle of a foot on twigs. He went on picking bluebells. It was the best thing to do. It might be the girl, or he might have been followed after all. To look round was to show guilt. He picked another and another. A hand fell lightly on his shoulder. He looked up. It was the girl. She shook her head, evidently as a warning that he must keep silent, then parted the bushes and quickly led the way along the narrow track into the wood. Obviously, she had been that way before, for she dodged the boggy bits as though by habit. Winston followed, still clasping his bunch of flowers. His first feeling was relief, but as he watched the strong, slender body moving in front of him, with the scarlet sash that was just tight enough to bring out the curve of her hips, the sense of his own inferiority was heavy upon him. Even now it seemed quite likely that when she turned round and looked at him, she would draw back after all. The sweetness of the air and the greenness of the leaves daunted him. Already on the walk from the station, the May sunshine had made him feel dirty and etiolated, a creature of indoors, with the sooty dust of London in the pores of his skin. It occurred to him that till now she had probably never seen him in broad daylight in the open. They came to the fallen tree that she had spoken of. The girl hopped over it and forced apart the bushes, in which there did not seem to be an opening. When Winston followed her, he found that they were in a natural clearing, a tiny grassy knoll surrounded by tall saplings that shut it in completely. The girl stopped and turned. "Here we are," she said. He was facing her at several paces' distance. As yet, he did not dare move nearer to her. "I didn't want to say anything in the lane," she went on, "in case there's a mic hidden there. I don't suppose there is, but there could be. There's always the chance of one of those swine recognizing your voice. We're all right here." He still had not the courage to approach her. "We're all right here?" he repeated stupidly. "Yes, look at the trees." They were small ashes, at which some time had been cut down and had sprouted up again into a forest of poles, none of them thicker than one's wrist. "There's nothing big enough to hide a mic in. Besides, I've been here before." They were only making conversation. He had managed to move closer to her now. She stood before him very upright, with a smile on her face that looked faintly ironical, as though she were wondering why he was so slow to act. The bluebells had cascaded onto the ground. They seemed to have fallen of their own accord. He took her hand. "Would you believe," he said, "that till this moment I didn't know what colour your eyes were?" They were brown, he noted, a rather light shade of brown, with dark lashes. "Now that you've seen what I'm really like, can you still bear to look at me?" "I'm 39 years old. I've got a wife that I can't get rid of. I've got varicose veins. I've got 5 false teeth." "I couldn't care less," said the girl. The next moment, it was hard to say by whose act, she was in his arms. At the beginning he had no feeling except sheer incredulity. The youthful body was strained against his own, the mass of dark hair was against his face, and yes, actually she had turned her face up, and he was kissing the wide red mouth. She had clasped her arms around his neck, and was calling him darling, precious one, loved one. She had pulled her down onto the ground. She was utterly unresisting. He could do what he liked with her. But the truth was that he had no physical sensation, except that of mere contact. All he felt was incredulity and pride. He was glad that this was happening, but he had no physical desire. It was too soon. Her youth and prettiness had frightened him. He was too much used to living without women. He did not know the reason. The girl picked herself up and pulled a bluebell out of her hair. She sat against him, putting her arm round his waist. "Never mind, dear. There's no hurry. We've got the whole afternoon." Isn't this a splendid hideout? I found it when I got lost once on a community hike. If anyone was coming, you could hear them 100 meters away. What is your name? Said Winston. Julia. I know yours. It's Winston. Winston Smith. How did you find that out? I expect I'm better at finding things out than you are, dear. Tell me, what did you think of me before that day I gave you the note? He did not feel any temptation to tell lies to her. It was even a sort of love offering to start off by telling the worst. I hated the sight of you, he said. I wanted to rape you and then murder you afterwards. 2 weeks ago I thought seriously of smashing your head in with a cobblestone. If you really want to know, I imagined you had something to do with the thought police. The girl laughed delightedly, evidently taking this as tribute to the excellence of her disguise. Not the thought police? You didn't honestly think that? Well, perhaps not exactly that, but from your general appearance, merely because you're young and fresh and healthy, you understand. I thought that probably... You thought I was a good party member. Pure in word and deed. Banners, processions, slogans, games, community hikes, all that stuff. And you thought that if I had a quarter of a chance I'd denounce you as a thought criminal and get you killed off? Yes, something of that kind. A great many girls are like that, you know. It's this bloody thing that does it, she said, ripping off the scarlet sash of the Junior Anti-Sex League and flinging it onto her bow. Then, as though touching her waist had reminded her of something, she felt in the pocket of her overalls and produced a small slab of chocolate. She broke it in half and gave one of the pieces to Winston. Even before he had taken it, he knew by the smell that it was a very unusual chocolate. It was dark and shiny and was wrapped in silver paper. Chocolate normally was a dull brown crumbly stuff that tasted, as nearly as one could describe it, like the smoke of a rubbish fire. But at some time or another he had tasted chocolate like the piece she had given him. The first whiff of its scent had stirred up some memory which he could not pin down, but which was powerful and troubling. "Where did you get this stuff?" he said. "Black market," she said indifferently. "Actually, I am that sort of girl to look at. I'm good at games. I was a troop leader in the Spies. I do voluntary work 3 evenings a week for the Junior Anti-Sex League. Hours and hours I've spent pasting their bloody rot all over London. I always carry one end of a banner in the processions. I always look cheerful, and I never shirk anything. Always yell with the crowd, that's what I say. It's the only way to be safe." The first fragment of chocolate had melted on Winston's tongue. The taste was delightful, but there was still that memory moving around the edges of his consciousness. Something strongly felt, but not reducible to definite shape, like an object seen out of the corner of one's eye. He pushed it away from him, aware only that it was the memory of some action which he would have liked to undo, but could not. "You're very young," he said. "You are 10 or 15 years younger than I am. What could you see to attract you in a man like me?" "It was something in your face. I thought I'd take a chance. I'm good at spotting people who don't belong. As soon as I saw you, I knew you were against them." Them, it appeared, meant the party, and above all, the inner party, about whom she talked with open, jeering hatred, which made Winston feel uneasy, although he knew they were safe here, if they could be safe anywhere. A thing that astonished him about her was the coarseness of her language. Party members were not supposed to swear, and Winston himself very seldom did swear, at any rate. Julia, however, seemed unable to mention the party, and especially the inner party, without using the kind of words that you saw chalked up in dripping alleyways. He did not dislike it. It was merely one symptom of her revolt against the party in all its ways, and somehow it seemed natural and healthy, like the sneeze of a horse that smells bad hay. They had left the clearing and were wandering again through the checkered shade, with their arms round each other's waists, wherever it was wide enough to walk 2 abreast. He noticed how much softer her waist seemed now that the sash was gone. They did not speak above a whisper. Outside the clearing, Julia said, it was better to go quietly. Presently, they had reached the edge of the little wood. She stopped him. Don't go out into the open. There might be someone watching. We're all right if we keep behind the boughs. They were standing in the shade of hazel bushes. The sunlight, filtering through innumerable leaves, was still hot on their faces. Winston looked out into the field beyond, and underwent a curious, slow shock of recognition. He knew it by sight. An old, close-bitten pasture, with a footpath wandering across it, and a molehill here and there. In the ragged hedge on the opposite side, the boughs of an elm tree swayed just perceptibly in the breeze, and their leaves stirred faintly in the dense masses like women's hair. Surely, somewhere nearby, but out of sight, there must be a stream with green pools where dace were swimming. "Isn't there a stream somewhere near here?" he whispered. "That's right, there is a stream. It's at the edge of the next field, actually. There are fish in it, great big ones. You can watch them lying in the pools under the willow trees, waving their tails." "It's the golden country, almost," he murmured. "The golden country? It's nothing really. A landscape I've seen sometimes in a dream." "Look," whispered Julia. A thrush had alighted on the bough not 5 meters away, almost at the level of their faces. Perhaps they had not seen them. It was in the sun, they in the shade. It spread out its wings, fitted them carefully into place again, ducked its head for a moment, as though making a sort of obeisance to the sun, and then began to pour forth a torrent of song. In the afternoon hush, the volume of sound was startling. Winston and Julia clung together, fascinated. The music went on, minute after minute, with astonishing variations, never once repeating itself, almost as though the bird were deliberately showing off its virtuosity. Sometimes it stopped for a few seconds, spread out and resettled its wings, then swelled its speckled breast again, burst into song. Winston watched it with a sort of vague reverence. For whom, for what, was that bird singing? No mate, no rival was watching it. What made it sit at the edge of the lonely wood and pour its music into nothingness? He wondered whether after all there was a microphone hidden somewhere near. He and Julia had only spoken in low whispers, and it would not pick up what they had said, but it would pick up the thrush. Perhaps at the other end of the instrument some small, beetle-like man was listening intently, listening to that. But by all degrees, the flood of music drove all speculations out of his mind. It was as though it were a kind of liquid stuff that poured all over him and got mixed up with the sunlight that filtered through the leaves. He stopped thinking, and merely felt. The girl's waist and the bend of his arm was soft and warm. He pulled her round so that they were breast to breast. Her body seemed to melt into his. Wherever his hands moved, it was as yielding as water. Their mouths clung together. It was quite different from the hard kisses they had exchanged earlier. When they moved their faces apart again, both of them sighed deeply. The bird took fright and fled with a clatter of wings. Winston put his lips against her ear. "Now," he whispered. "Not here," she whispered back. "Come back to the hideout. It's safer." Quickly, with an occasional crackle of twigs, they threaded their way back to the clearing. When they were once inside the ring of saplings, she turned and faced him. They were both breathing fast, but the smile had reappeared round the corners of her mouth. She stood looking at him for an instant, then felt at the zipper of her overalls. And yes, it was almost as in his dream, almost as swiftly as he had imagined it. She had torn her clothes off, and when she flung them aside, it was with that same magnificent gesture by which a whole civilization seems to be annihilated. Her body gleamed white in the sun, but for a moment he did not look at her body. His eyes were anchored by the freckled face with its faint, bold smile. He knelt down before her and took her hands in his. "Have you done this before?" "Of course. Hundreds of times. Well, scores of times, anyway." "With party members?" "Yes, always with party members." "With members of the inner party?" "Not with those swine, no. But there's plenty that would if they got the chance. They're not so holy as they make out." His heart leapt. Scores of times she had done it. He wished it had been hundreds, thousands. Anything that hinted at corruption always filled him with wild hope. Who knew? Perhaps the party was rotten under the surface. Its cult of strenuousness and self-denial simply a sham concealing iniquity. If he could have infected the whole lot of them with leprosy or syphilis, how gladly he would have done so. Anything to rot, to weaken, to undermine. He pulled her down so they were kneeling face to face. "Listen, the more men you've had, the more I love you. Do you understand that?" "Yes, perfectly. I hate purity. I hate goodness. I don't want any virtue to exist anywhere. I want everyone to be corrupt to the bones." "You like doing this?" "I don't simply mean me. I mean the thing in itself." "I adore it." That was above all what he wanted to hear. Not merely the love of one person, but the animal instinct. This simple, undifferentiated desire. That was the force that would tear the party to pieces. He pressed her down upon the grass, upon the fallen bluebells. This time there was no difficulty. Presently the rising and falling of their breasts slowed to normal speed, and in a sort of pleasant helplessness they fell apart. The sun seemed to have grown hotter. They were both sleepy. He reached out for the discarded overalls and pulled them partly over her. Almost immediately they fell asleep, and slept for about half an hour. Winston woke first. He sat up and watched the freckled face, still peacefully asleep, pillowed on the palm of her hand. Except for her mouth, you could not call her beautiful. There was a line or two around the eyes, if you looked closely. The short dark hair was extraordinarily thick and soft. It occurred to him that he did still not know her surname, or where she lived. The young, strong body, now helpless in sleep, awoke in him a pitying, protecting feeling. But the mindless tenderness that he felt underneath the hazel tree, while the thrush was singing, had not quite come back. He pulled the overalls aside and studied her smooth white flank. In the old days, he thought, a man looked at a girl's body and saw that it was desirable, and that was the end of the story. But you could not have pure love or pure lust nowadays. No emotion was pure, because everything was mixed up with hatred and fear. Their embrace had been a battle, the climax of victory. It was a blow struck against the party. It was a political act. You hate purity. Oh. I can't believe Winston Smith is never going to be a Purity Valentine viewer. Virtuated too. Man, I was. They read this in schools. Kids read this. I thought this would. I mean, God, reading that chapter, I was worried it was going to get a lot more descriptive, and I was regretting that I do not read ahead. I was so concerned. But good grief. Read it in high school? Like in the last year? Like when you're 18? Or are they Man. She fantasizes what non-com murder tells her about. Yeah, wild. What the hell? It's such a weird encounter. Is that girl okay? Julia is deranged. I'm frightened. Also, hello, Robert. But yeah, this novel is definitely it's interesting. It's interesting. I love you can't fix her. No one can fix her. Yeah, stuff is fine to read in school as long as it's literature. Oh my god. See, like, I've been trying to find more books to, like, read for reading streams, but I you know, all the books I read as a child and teen before I stopped reading, none of them contained... Well, maybe Tither did, but I was so young that I didn't even really understand it then. But I just... Oh wait, actually no, maybe they did and I just didn't even realize it because I just it didn't click in my head that oh no. Oh no, wait, I need to Google some of the books I've read in my time. Oh god. I could be here for the... No, Oh no. Oh no. What have I read without even realizing? Even- What?! You're kidding. You're kidding. There's no way. Is there a scene in... I hate this being in my search history, but I will face the consequence. Huh. I never knew. Okay, let me Google some of the books I've read. Is there a scene in... Oh, okay. There's a scene in Lord of the Flies! Wait, no! There's no way. I read that in school. Like, if there had been, I would have, like, the boys in the class definitely would have, like, made a scene of it. No way. What about Of Mice and Men? Is there one in Of Mice and Men? Wait, hold on, Sex, nudity, 0. None. Okay. Okay, wow. Whew, Jesus. God, at least there's one book I read in school. One's on the Thanatos end, the death end. Okay, whew. Wow, I had no idea how much stuff went right over my head. Oh god, I used to read all the time. Like, do people ever see me reading something and think that like I shouldn't be reading that at my age? I knew there were books that like were very explicit that I didn't read. I knew they existed, but I didn't. Oh my god. No, my god. Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna Google. How explicit does this book actually get? 1984. Please don't tell me I'm gonna have to read an actual thing. Okay, scenes of nudity and sex, several dozen pages of torture. Reading torture is fine. There are characters, there are no actual scenes. Okay. Okay. As long as it fades to black. As long as there's nothing any more explicit than the scene we had with the prostitute and the scene we just had then. As long as it tortures. Yeah. That's fine. Spoilers. Sorry. I mean, I already knew this was a depressing book. Like, it doesn't really... I'm not really, like, surprised by the concept that there might be torturing this book. I didn't see who it was inflicted to or by. It could be anyone. So it's fine. It reminds me of something. That's a concerning thing to say after that conversation. Go on. Should I recommend you to grow people, or is that something you just passively enjoy? See, I do enjoy it, and like even like quite recently someone recommended me a manga about a girl who figured out how to clone herself in a dungeon, and then the manga is just her dying in many different ways. It's only partially translated though. But the problem is, like, I don't think I talk about it very often, so I don't know whether I actually have the correct appeal source. I don't have it just to hand. I'm sorry. I can try and grab it at some other point. I'll need to dig it back up. But yeah, that's the problem. I don't know whether I appeal. Like, I feel like I don't go all out. Like, did you ever... I started reading it, yes. Yeah, I started reading a bit of it. I don't know, I can't remember how far I got though. But yeah, I feel like if you compare me to like other VTubers that like have like a slight, like more of a like a gore/goro theme, ones like what's her name, Pamu, Parasi, not here's Para. Even Charlotte, like Charlotte's done like an entire talk about like cannibalism, like she did a whole stream about it. I feel like I'm too... I don't talk about it compared to all the people that do. Wasn't sure if it's something you end up liking after reading it again. I mean, I enjoyed what I read of it. I think I was just busy at the time, so I only got to read a part of it, and then I had to stop. When's Goro period? What does that mean? What do you mean by Goro period? Technically, I have a drawing that I did like 3 years ago. It only got to like a sketchy line stage, but it's Candy Goro. Technically, I also don't know where Twitch TOS is for that kind of thing, so I don't wanna get banned by Twitch for being too bloody, too spicy for them. Also, yes, Senmu Skeb. Part of me wants to get more. Part of me wants more. Semu's prices are so cheap as well compared to like for a straight up like published manga artist. The fact that his are only, what was it, like 7,000 yen? I'm enabling you. You want me to get more Senmu scabs? I definitely can't get any more until Twitch payout comes, but that should be in a couple days. Hold on. Scab. Where is Senmu? Senmu, one of my favorite artists. Where are you? The problem is I can't really see much of his work on my scab because my scab is set for safe for work. And most of his stuff, even the one that I got, is not counted as safe for work, so I actually can't see it most of the time on my own page, which is a little awkward. Ah, thank you. So I'll have to, yes, get Twitch to make new rules. I don't know, there we go, there I am. Yeah, still 7,000. Still so cheap for a like. Something I did once think about, if I could talk, if I could write Japanese better rather than having to use machine translation whenever I even want to say like, wow, cool job, Japanese artist. I would love to get like a live 2D model by Senmu. Like, I don't think he has any VTuber children. But wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be really cool? Man. Do it? Oh, I don't know how much that would cost. That would be ridiculous. Translation for oh yeah, simple phrases would be fine, but the thing is, like, commissioning a VTuber model, especially from someone that's never done a VTuber model before, like with the cutting and stuff, I feel like that would not be simple to try and kawaii or great. I will fund it. Oh my god. Don't tempt me. Or maybe do tempt me. I guess I could. Does he have DMs open on Twitter? Oh my god, he has DMs open on Twitter. Technically, I could message him going, sumimasen. Live 2D wa toshi. Please. Kudasai. Please tell me how much it would cost. The one time you will allow me to DM? Thanks. Thank you for your blessing. I appreciate it. I'm not gonna lie, it is very tempting to just message and ask if there is a possibility that he would make a VTuber model. Even though I would have the difficulties of trying to communicate with machine translation. Because the thing is, machine translation isn't bad, but nuances are definitely missed. Also, yeah, I wouldn't be able to use Scab for a live 2D model. You're technically not meant to use anything on Scab for commercial purposes. Show your N1 certificate. Ah! Not with girl, obviously with the Japanese fashion artist. You know what? Okay, right, so... Oh, you cannot message this user because you are not verified. I need to pay Twitter to be able to message Senmu. Son of a... Wait, hold on. Maybe he has an email somewhere? Is that it? Elon? Yeah! Fuck you, Elon. How dare you. Send email. No, not that kind of send mail. I mean the artist. Wait. What does verification mean? Twitter Blue. You know the little subscription you have to pay Twitter to get the check mark. Alright, hold on. I'm trying to log into Pixiv right now. Give me a second. Wait, do I already have a— oh yeah, I already have a Pixiv account. I forgot. Let me in. Please confirm whether your email address is— yes, that is my email address. Alright. DM. Please. Yeah! I can message on Pixiv. Oh. Oh. Bros was so back. Oh my god. Oh. Okay, I'm not gonna message him right now because it's like 3 in the morning for me and it's like morning for him. But now I know I can. I will see if I can get a quote if he is willing to do it. Obviously, like, he might not be. I feel like if he was willing to be like a VTuber artist, I feel like, wouldn't he have VTuber children by now? Like, surely, like, isn't he, like, he's pretty popular, right? Like, he's a published mangaka. That's how I found him. VTuber. Like, obviously he's drawn VTubers because of Scab, but... if he has expressed intent, maybe no one ever asked him? Hmm. Oh. Okay, yeah. I will try and send a message at some point, probably over the weekend. I will have to spend 5 hours trying to work with DeepL to get my message across. But if I get a reply, I'll let you guys know. He might just ignore me. Dumb Westerner cat. But we'll see. I hope not. It would be cool if maybe you charge a lot according to how much time it's taking, so no one took him up on it. I mean, you say that, but like VTuber models are so expensive nowadays. Like, if you looked at like the popular VTuber artists, like, it's really easy to spend like 2,000 on not even a rigged model anymore. And listen, it is a lot of work. VTuber models, like, to cut them, to draw all the hidden pieces and make sure that it's suitable for rigging is crazy hard. But wow, 2,000. Okay, dark side. I wonder. I believe in semi-purity. It would be cool. It would semi-purity. It would be cool to have a semi model as well. Obviously, I'd still have the Joza one too. I love my Joza one. I think I'm gonna get getting my final outfit at some point soon as well. Pochi could be fun too. Oh, Pochi, as in, is that Rene's artist? When can I come you my live 2D? Actually, I was gonna say technically it's up on my coffee, but right now I have all my slots closed because I wanna make sure I don't overwhelm myself. So, good question. Great question. No answer. Mangaka as well. I mean, I imagine it's really hard to get a model by Pochi because she's now a Hololive artist. Much to think about. Anyway. That aside, I'll see. I'll see. I mean, regardless, I do want to get like more art from Semu, even if I can't get an actual live 2D model. But we'll see. We'll see. Can't do anything at the moment. I spent way too much money on trains on Wednesday. I'm trying to get up and down the country. I just got an idea. What is idea? Wait, maybe I could get Semu to make my half true form. Semu would slap in my half true form, but then I would have to get everything else together to reveal my half true form. Train. The censoring on that is very unfortunate. I do have to be honest with you. Half true form? Half do you just what do you mean? What does that mean? It's because I've got my true form, but that's not a humanoid, so I don't think that would be suitable for a live 2D model. Oh, train fees? Yeah, trains are expensive. I spent... You're gonna give Goku a run for his money soon? Why? Purity, this is literally Chuny logic? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean this is Chuny logic? That doesn't make any sense. Famous anime character renowned for his many forms. Is he? He just has different hairstyles. That's not really a different form, in my opinion. Sorry. Kaioken, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan God, You wouldn't get it? Yeah, sorry. Sorry for not being a Super Saiyajin understander. No, okay, all my forms are, I have my cat question mark form, I have my human disguise, I have my true form, and then I have my half true form, which is like the form I first chose for myself to be palpable to humans. I don't know whether I would call Malady like a separate form. I don't think of Malady as like a separate form, since that's just different. Like the eyes are no, eye is different, and then clothes. That's not really a different form. Look at Gohan, Kawu, and like he just like me for real? No. No, I have four forms. I have 4 forms. Even Havoc has more forms than me. Havoc's a shapeshifter, so it's kind of a moot point, but no, I don't have that many. I've got 4. I've got 4, okay? And you're never gonna see the human disguise because gross, human disguise. But did you drop this silver head cat question mark or this gold head cat question mark? No, I dropped my bronze haired white cat. Wait, bronze haired cat. I don't have silver hair, I just have white hair. Each of your models is technically a different form. I'm just being perceived differently. I'm just being, it's just. Grade 8? What? Just have some red in? Or has that been retconned? Am I my true form? Or my half true form? Or my normal form? Or my human? Your hair? Oh yeah, my hair. There's a faint gradient at the very end. There's a very faint gradient that a lot of artists don't really bother drawing, but it's fine. I don't mind. It's kind of a small detail, but yeah, it gradients to like red in the center back. I thought you meant like, you know how humans have like, you know, sometimes if you shine like on the sun on a human, you can see like different hair colors in their hair. I thought you meant like that. I was like, what? How would you know? You've never seen me in the sun. How would you know that? No, where is it? Where am I? Yeah, I don't think I can move my head enough to actually show the hair on this one. But if I go to this, and go to this, and then get rid of my body. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing quite yet, don't worry about it. Watch or read What? That's a series that went for like 40, 50 years. God. How much time do you think I have? I'm too busy being very sleepy. Yeah, okay, this is the easiest one to just show it. Is it this screen? It's fine. I don't care if people. Oh wait, can you even hear me on that screen? I forgot if you guys can hear me on that screen or not. Whatever. Yes, there's red. And also, no, I'm not reading Dragon Ball Z. It's been going for like 50 years, and I don't have time for that. Sorry. Not. You can't hear me on that screen. Sorry. I just went silent for a bit. My bad. I forget what mics. I use a different OBS for my YouTube streams, so I don't have it all figured out. Mute it all stream. No. Despair. Could you imagine? Is it that long? A Dragon Ball Z? Well, Dragon Ball. How many episodes of Dragon Ball are there? In the original series has 153 episodes. Dragon Ball Z has 291. Dragon Ball GT, which is a sequel, contains 64 episodes. Dragon Ball Z Kai has 167. And then the manga has 519 chapters. Anyway, no, I'm not. I have to yell at you right now, so please understand. Okay. Okay, I think. Please, right. Okay, I will, I'm sorry. I will fix it. Just blame Discord, I had all my images hosted on Discord, and then Discord broke everything. It broke so many pages on so much of my stuff. My toy house is destroyed. I know none of you know my toy house, and it's gonna stay that way, but I used to use Discord for hosting images for that too, and it just annihilated me. Destroyed me. There was so much work to do fixing all my images. But yeah, no, I'll fix it. I'll try and do that over this weekend. Thanks for your patience. Okay. I kind of don't want to stop streaming because I know that I didn't stream earlier because I was passed out, but I should. Probably. So, listen to me. The issue, when I was out yesterday, not yesterday, Wednesday, which is yesterday, not yesterday. Whatever. I just got back, what am I listening to? Me. So, I used a flea bomb. As I was leaving the house, I set off a flea bomb. I barricaded my room to keep all the fumes in it. And I eradicated all life within here. Which means I no longer have any issues with fleas. Is this Purity Valentine Purity channel? I mean, this is me. Yes. Hi. So, starting next week, without any issues, without any interruptions, without any changes, without any, well, I mean, the thing that happened on Wednesday was a good thing. Like, it was something I was really looking forward to, so, I mean, that was good. It still interrupted my streams, though, but it's not gonna happen again, at least for a while. So, we're going back to at least a proper schedule with 3 streams a week, or I get slapped by my mother. I didn't get slapped today because I didn't pre-warn her to slap me if I wasn't awake, so she didn't come and slap me, which honestly kind of appreciated. I needed the sleep. Do you really believe it? Yes, because I intended to, and then the flea issue started. Would some survive and come back? See, okay, that's the thing, right? So, as an aerosol, what it does is that it settles. It forms kind of a surface on your carpet and just other surfaces that basically mean as long as you don't vacuum for a little while, as long as I don't vacuum for a little bit, anything, even if more eggs hatch, they will get killed by what is left in my room. AKA, I need to make sure I don't, like, lick the carpet, but it's not really a big concern for me anyway. It's not really something I do. Floor time is good, but typically I do not eat the floor. while I do that. So yeah, fleas are eradicated. They are gone. They are dead. I've had my legs sticking out beneath my desk the entire stream, kind of as a test, because I can feel. The reason it stopped me from streaming, right, is because I can feel them land on me, and it freaks me out. Like I have very sensitive skin in every sense, so I can feel them land on me. Do you know how hard it is to make an... Thank you for your restraint, I think, even if you had to say that you were holding back on making a comment about it. I know that took a lot. Thanks. Anyway, so yeah, I didn't want to stream because every single time a flea landed on me, I would like flinch and then I'd try and like grab it and squish it, and that's kind of a little bit not great for stream. So schedule. Do you even think I need to up my Yuri game? No, you don't. It's not a thing you need to up. Miss Say's a little flower. Yeah, okay, sure, we'll go with that. Anyway, yeah, I want everything to go back on track for real this time. So yeah, I will make another schedule on probably Saturday that will have next week's stuff in it. And then we're gonna get back on track. For real this time. I promise. I'm so sorry. Thank you for waiting for me. And thank you for waiting even if you were like, Purity's back! Purity's gone again. Is Purity back? No. I mean it this time. I'm actually... I will wait forever. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for tolerating the inconsistencies. We're so back. We're so fucking back. For real. I promise. Or else my mum will slap me. It's just 16 hours of travelling yesterday was kind of insane. Wednesday was kind of insane. Anyway. I'm gonna finish up for today. This music's weird. Why am I getting like someone shushing in my ear? Get out of here. Things are coming together. Things are working out. I have things. Big things are coming. Big thing. A fucking Twitter meme. Big Purity's second idea. Yeah, it's my second idea ever. And wait, no, you've got another idea that you're not gonna tell me? I hope I get to find out what these ideas are later. I hope these aren't permanently. No, this one. Never mind. Oh. Why don't I get to know the ideas? I want to know the ideas. Guys, tell me your ideas. What are you thinking right now? Here is the microphone into your brain. Tell me, what are you thinking? You aren't ready for my... That's true actually. That's real. I'm not ready for your ideas, Plimium. Okay, Para, I wasn't ready for that as an idea either. Okay. So take it back. Only tell me your ideas if you are like 50% normal. What kind of ideas? I don't know. First idea was to buy you a semi-skeb of your magical girl outfit if he accepts. Ooh. That would be cool. Do you want me... Should I make like a coloured version of my magical girl outfit? Or... Chungus 100. Yeah, I saw you talking about that a lot in numbers chat. I don't know what your fixation is with that, but I mean, go crazy, I guess. Also, okay. Okay, I'm good. Do you know the next Genshin character is white and red themed woman with a sword? Wait, is she the Tartaglia? Not Tartaglia. What the fuck is the Fatui, like evil harbinger woman? I don't know anything. Yeah, she's black, white, and red. Carry coffee when— wait, really? My coffee should. I only have commissions closed. The rest should all work. In fact, even I donated to myself to test to test it when I first opened it again. I found a way around stream elements. Why are you so ski kid and also wait, hold on. Meaning. Wait, how can a person be phantom tax? Phantom tax is the theft of food between friends. How am I the theft of food between friends? How am I? That doesn't make any sense. Maybe I was trying to donate too much. Oh, okay. Coffee was like, hello? Are you okay? Is this an accident? Such a phantom text thing to say. No cap, you fucking zoomers. Yes, sir. I'm not a Rizzler. You can't call me a Rizzler. I've never rizzed in my life. I've never rizzed once in my existence. Also, I'm. Stop sticking that out, Paris. Put that back. Put that back away. I no longer have to endure the Bezos tax. God, Bezos stealing everyone's money. But thank you. I don't know if you've done that thing, but I mean, thank you in advance if you do. But yeah, you and your Zoomer speak. It's fine. I don't mind it. I'm not like oh no, what the hell are the Zoomers saying? Well, they're so weird and quirky, and I will never understand. Like, whatever. I was a DeviantArt kid. I spoke in ways incomprehensible to the general population as well. I've been there. You guys aren't special. You guys just have different words than us. You guys are sticking out your guts. We were glomping. Okay? It's all the same, although glomping is slightly less explicit, but slightly more violent. Anyway, I said I was gonna end stream. I'm gonna end stream. I'm gonna go. Glomp Puri when? What does that mean? I mean, technically, if you... No, don't merge the two. Okay. I mean, technically... Where am I? I mean, technically... This would be Glomp Puri. This is the Puri that is from that era. This is such a funny model. This was such a scuffed thing I made. I don't even have eyebrows. Because obviously everyone knows. What have I walked into? I was talking about how, you know, kids nowadays, they've got their vocabulary, like, you know, Rizzler and Skibbity Toilet, but in my day we had glomping and you know, it's fine, don't worry about it. But yeah, this was, I've kept this model. I haven't got rid of it. I love this model. It's so silly. Why are you playing Dune Spiceballs? It's actually released and Dune is almost out of the theatres. You're gonna miss your chance at Flavour of the Month. Is it really Flavour of the Month? I haven't seen anyone play the Dune game. I missed that stream. It was my 2000 celebration. I'm a professional stream misser. It's okay. It's okay. I am also a professional stream misser. I missed my own stream earlier. I'm not any better. Is hot amongst actual gamers, aka not VTubers, but you could still hit that incline. Oh, but not VTuber fans scare me. Because they think they think I'm a weird anime cat. And I am, but like, I go now and smoke my cigar. Thanks for stream. Thanks for coming. I think. But yeah, no, my 2000 stream was fun. I enjoyed. Should I stop showing you to random people? I mean, it's fine. I'm not convinced that any of those random people have ever actually like come and followed me after the fact that you did that. No, it's just, I don't think VTubers really appeal to like non-VTuber fans. There's a very, I got like all of Kublala's fanbase to watch you this at least. I remember when she raided me, I was quite surprised. I remember Kublala. I didn't realize that she still streamed at all. That was very cool. That was very cool. But yeah, need to. But yeah, Kublala is a VTuber, so VTuber Watchers is a perfectly fine group of people to end up perceiving me, I think. Anyway, VTuber Watcher positive. Sorry, I sneezed and I tried to hold it back because I didn't want to sneeze right into my ASMR mic. I wonder how big VTuber Watcher communities are. I've got no idea. Outside of like HoloLive and that, no idea. Can't remember how to spell Gesundheit. Oh, I understood what you were trying to type, so I get it. Counts as non-VTuber viewers. Viewer love is as dead as the dinosaurs. It's so sad. What happened? What happened to the viewers, bros? What happened to them? The real answer is they all became VTubers. It's so sad. Anyway. I'm gonna end stream for real this time. Stop distracting me, guys. Yeah, all of the... So cute. I respect the fact that the only thing you've done with your Twitch channel is watch VTubers and then gnome me. Specifically upload a clip just to fucking gnome me. I respect that. Like in the VTuber groups that are commonly watched by the same group of viewers, watching no anime voice actors and cosplayers left, all VTuber. Real. I don't know. I see a lot of graduations, but I don't know whether how many of those graduations are actually real. And how many of them just moving on to other stuff. I found out recently that okay, 5 more minutes, okay? I found out that a VTuber idol person that I used to be a fan of was actually So she stopped being a VTuber and left her company like a long time ago. And I was like, oh no, that's so sad. Anyway, sometime earlier, well no, at the end of last year, mid last year, I got introduced to a VTuber from Prism Project, I think. The one that just shut down, I think. Like, who was a V singer who did a lot of like cool stuff, and I was like, yay, yay, covers, woo! I love V singers, we hey. Anyway, obviously, Prison Project shut down, and that VTuber that I watched was suddenly made a post that was like, hi guys, yeah, this is me, and then linked to the VTuber that I used to like that graduated, that I never put it together that they were the same person ever, and I felt just so incredibly stupid that I was like, oh wow, I'm a fake fan, huh? I mean, I'm happy she's back, but also it's just kind of like, damn, I really dropped my brain cells on that one, huh? Good job, Purity. It's okay to be a fake fan when you yourself are a tuber? Maybe so. I'm just not very good at recognizing voices, I guess. Okay, anyway. Ending stream for real now. Ending stream for real now. Ending stream for real now. Stop being interesting, okay? You guys, stop it. Also, thank you for the wrist stretch. One more. No! No! Shut up! Hi. Hi, Pluvium. I will stream on Monday. We can all have a nice chat and talk on Monday. I will probably... There's two things. Okay, actually. You guys can decide. I can either play the Redeem Morrowind on Monday, or I can play Core Keeper, which I've received a key for free. And need to play at some point within the next month. Which one do you want on Monday? We're doing both next week anyway. What are your thoughts on VTuber graduation streams? We can talk about it on Monday. Core Keeper? Okay, first answer taken. Core Keeper looked fun? Okay. We will do Core Keeper on Monday, and we will chat, and we will have all these conversations. But for now, good grief. Can't legally say anything. Don't worry, Morrowind will still happen next week because it was a redeem, and I do my redeems. I'm a good well-behaved cat that correctly does my. Oh, I didn't know it was a I didn't know it was a group game. I'll probably just play it solo, just because it's my first time playing it, and then maybe in the future we can play it community-wise. I didn't realize that was an option. I didn't realize. I didn't know it was multiplayer. Keep sending message. No! So I wanted to make sure you knew. Okay, so we'll play solo, but maybe in the future we'll play as a group. But just while I'm learning the game and while I'm having enforced shilling put upon me. Anyway, everyone. Everyone, please have a very good rest of your night. Get some sleep. Get something to eat if you need it. Get something to drink if you need it. Take your meds if you have them. And I will see you Monday. I promise. I promise. Grey or crimson? Crimson. Good night. Good night. Onyasumi. Good night, good night.